Buenos nachos. I missed my time today on Insight Timer too. I was so tired from yesterday. Welcome everybody, Amber. I ended at 3 a.m. last night. I was like, golly, that was difficult. The last hour last night, I had to... And I think on top of that, like, had technical difficulties. And then the freaking, the heat's not working right now. Have to see how I can go fix that. I fell asleep, yeah. Last night was very difficult to... I try my best to stream consistently, same time. But some days you're more tired. This is how it's gonna be sometimes. Welcome, Dean, Erica. Yeah, I've been focusing more on honestly healing. And I see the effect. It's just, more energy. More energy. Like whenever I go silent and I start, you just become a bridge, And also I went to the temple yesterday, And today is Lunar New Year, so lots of energy flowing. Lots of energy. Happy Year of the Baby Dragon, also known as Year of the Snake. Welcome, Elegant Paris. Thank you for your blessing. We have Kalesi here, Erica. Simply, my Year of the Dragon is ending. And now, because I was born in Year of the Dragon, now the dragon has risen, and it's time to grind. I'm like, wait, Year of the Dragon, I get to work even harder than last year. I was like, yeah, Year of the Dragon, I start streaming more. It started with what? Just 8 hours. And the universe go, you mean 10 hours? 10 hours? And then they banned TikTok. You're a rooster. And then it's like, wait, TikTok's back? And it goes, no, TikTok's kind of back. And the challenge has begun. Honestly, I'm contemplating going back to doing Amazon deliveries right now. But I said I would give it about 1 month and a half. Okay, like I'm sticking to that right now. If after a month and a half, if I don't, I'm gonna start partially doing some deliveries. Maybe like 3 days, weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like that. Just half day or something. Gotta do what you gotta do. Because half of my income comes from TikTok, yeah. And with the flow cut away, and the politics and all these things, you had to find a way to do that, pay the bill, pay the car note. I'm not like banking, you know. It's not like it's not raining on me and all of that. I'm just doing my best to make my dream work. You know what I mean? It's got to be real. And I'm grateful for the constant support. It's just sometimes, are you popular on Twitch? Nah. I mean, I would say I'm definitely growing everywhere. It's just, you know, it takes, it's going to need like some more time. I think it's going to take about a year or two to grow to where I don't have to like, you know, the money concern is real because I have to grow that part, right? And so, yeah, no, I'm not leaving. Have you received my message? Oh, no. On what? On Twitch? No, I'm not leaving. It's just more like I'm gonna partially. No, I didn't see any email. Let me see here. But yeah, I think in 2 years I'll be fine. It's just 2-year grind, you know? Oh, I love this. Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was looking on my Gmail, right? Welcoming Jamie. Yeah, check out. I'll look around off stream. More Dar. Well, meditation music is what's actually growing. That's the last thing I thought would be growing. The engaging talk grows, but what has a long-term like searchability is like meditative flutes and drums and actually sitting there and doing it. You know, because a lot of the times meditation music is some like background. So what actually makes me stand out is that I'm doing it live. And the main part is that I get to cultivate my craft. So imagine instead of just like producing music, I'm doing live performance for about 6 hours a day. So imagine in 2 years where I would be with music. Thank you, Dean. So that's what I'm excited about because I know that that's something no one can take away from me. That craft, the skill, and then you just have to find a place where you fit in the puzzle, right? Because I love all of this. It's just takes time to cultivate and figure out where I fit in. I love the Tibetan singing bowls. I love the flutes and the wisdom. The wisdom is, yeah, I put music everywhere. The biggest drive, I mean, honestly, all of it helps. That's why I have to do it all. You know, all of it helps. So, of course, all the cheerleaders, grateful for all my cheerleaders out there. Hey! Trust me, I have a big team of cheerleader. Go, Tanet, go. Even Evie, like, when I grow up, I want to be just like Tanet. And I'm like, be better than me. And then we're like, Jill, and be better than me. That's what the master said. You can be better than me. When the master says you can be better than me, a lot of people just go, They're too scared to even think about that. Right? Because the master's so like influential to even strive to be better than your teacher if you don't do the work. Yeah. Because that's what we should strive to be better than our teachers, because that's what the teachers would want. Why the heck? Imagine teachers where the student never surpassed the teacher. Like, what is then? Is sometimes like maybe the teacher has failed. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what's taught. I didn't know that a guru talked so extensively. Oh yeah. Welcome, Anita. You know, teachers do whatever they have to do to help people. Sometimes people expect the guru to be a certain way because they have expectations. That's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes being effective is difficult. Sometimes people want you to be a statue that they worship, you know, or something like from Hollywood, like Nityananda. I will open your third eye for 10,000. Yeah. Thank you, Tanya. It's so hard to leave the teacher and move on to another on your own. Yeah, for sure. It's really difficult for me to leave the temple because yesterday was my last day serving at the temple, like with commitment, you know, which is like the past 6 years of just commitment. And then in the last 2 years, I just went to the temple once. But of course, every Monday is like intense grinding. He's now charging 20 now. Yeah. Shout out to Swami Nityananda. And yeah, there's a lot of, but it's good, you know, the name Guru. It actually helps people to see that there's some kind of teaching going on. I think it's really clear that it's what we need. Like the name is like, okay, what's he teaching? At least now they know there's some sort of teaching rather than people expecting you to just head bowl and shut up, right? Head bowl, play flute, and shut up. Sometimes people expect that, and then when they don't get it, and then some people come, gurus should shut up more. Like, I'm like, well, maybe this is just not the type for you. Well, in the morning we do talk more. At night we talk a lot less. You know, at night we talk a lot less. So it is what it is, man. That's what I say. Man, hold up. My daughter definitely loves your flute music. I just do my best to follow my dream. I just want to help people feel deep joy. I'm not here to convert people to act spiritual. That's what I learned earlier on. A lot of spiritual people, they have been taught to act spiritual. Welcome, Grace, Sammy. I used to believe that spiritual people talk like this and behave like this because we have been taught an image of spiritual gurus and teachers. Welcoming Jamie Lynn, joyously love your damn self. Welcome Sammy, stargazing gazer. I used to think spiritual teachers had to speak like this. And then behind closed doors, they mess around with a young student and charge 20,000 now. Before, they only charged 10,000. And when you start speaking like this, people can get offended, but I just can't shut up because three things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. But, that's just how it's going to be. Sometimes I'm a bit more sassy with the delivery. Sassy. So as you can see, changing my name to Guru is actually shifting, because I realized I need to shift back towards where I begun. But it's beautiful because now people know we talk, but then we most of the time focus on sound healing. At morning time, I focus a lot more talking, and eventually the floodgate of TikTok will open, and I'm grateful. Y'all did not quickly delete the app. Some people did though, it's not good. Like right before it just, yeah. It was boring. Sister Kata says, I did. It's all good. A lot of people Guru, prepare for the charlatan comments again. We just had one today. I don't know if a guru should be talking extensively like that. I'm like, ding ding, we should have a counter at this point. we need a counter. I need a counter, like a click. But your stream, your show, yeah. No, it's beautiful because at least they're listening. They're here. It shows that they're actually here because they're like, they want to see something. Yeah, it's a teaching. And it's a... I bet it's not that gurus who take advantage, sadly. It's in spiritual. This is why I stay away from the mainstream spiritual movement. The mainstream New Age movement, it's a bit more... sometimes it leads too much with business. And then it corrupts the work. Right? Like paying for ceremonies. I mean, you pay for some ceremony. Like, think about that. But that's just what we got, That's what we got. Like, it's like paying to go to a spiritual gathering. I know. That shit, like when I get it, because I see that it easily gets corrupted, because I've been to many. But then when I see what my teacher has created, so I begin to see, purity. When it's pure, the healing is stronger. When it's not pure, you need more plant medicine. You need more substance. Because there's no miracle worker there. That's why they need the plant medicine to create a perceived miracle, a perceived healing experience, but sometimes it's just a bunch of smoke. But it sells very well though. I mean, I have friends who are, quote, shamans. Friends, acquaintances. They do the ceremony with Mushroom Kingdom and have the biggest ego. And the master hammered this person. Like the master is in their face about the truth and they did not like it. And then they consistently talk bad about the master. Because the master, though, does not give a crap. He's going to tell you the truth even if it hurts your shaman ego. And now and it's really bad to talk about the master because he's to me, the master's like living Buddha. And it's bad karma, right? Because he's helping like thousands of people daily. And when you talk about somebody who actually helps thousands of people daily, that's just, the thing is, I've seen what happens when you talk bad about light workers who are pure. And then they'll still help you. So I'm honored, I'm grateful to even cross paths with such teachers. And he never asks for anything from you at all. He just always give food, right? Give money, like necklaces, all these things. He just want to help people be peaceful. He want to see your business be peaceful, your family be peaceful. Whatever you desire, at least get what you want in a way where you have wisdom, not get what you want and be miserable. What gifts? Freaking wisdom. That's the greatest gift. That's something that could never be taken away from me. Yes, he's given me a car, That might be the most like, wait, what? He gave me this iPad. Like, wait, what? He gave me this scarf. Right. What? But the one thing that is the most priceless is called he showed me mentality. That's something that I'm so grateful for because it takes time to help show people the Buddha statue has this image of a sharp cone on the top. That's what he showed me. Sharpen your focus, your consciousness. Now I'm not like the master sharp. Honestly, I'm not that sharp. I'm just focused, but to me, I'm more like a crayon. I'm more fun, I can draw, but I don't like to be sharp. I like to enjoy and peaceful, right? Like I'm more like a crayon, The master is like, oh shoot, don't. Because that's who he is. Right? Imagine the master is like perfect. Like he knows perfection is impossible, but he'll try to get as close as he can. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of stressful, but that's who he is. Me, I'm like, does the crayon work? Well, then let's just color. Like that's my approach. Breathe in and out. The crayon doesn't even need to be sharpened, it still writes. more blunt. Like he's more like a sword, I'm like a club. It works, it's just, it'll massage you first, right? Because with the club, you can, right? With the club, you can be like this. I can massage. But if I need to, boink, right? But with a sword, imagine. Sorry, master. Ow. Because while he's dealing with a lot, the amount of people that need, his calling needs him to be like that. Obey. Yeah, basically. Because if you can be mentored by him, wow. That's why you see me. I can like joke around, and I could. So people think I'm faking my laughter because after I smile, I could. But because I've been trained to control my emotion, even when my mind wanders. But before I could center it, but not like this, Because whenever you're around the master, it's way different. It's all the time like this. Which is not my nature. But it doesn't matter, because when the universe wants to train you, it's not supposed to be easy. Right? Because I don't want if the training is too easy, usually you get a certificate at the end. But when the training is difficult, you have a nightmare. And that nightmare is an illusion. Eventually you break. Right? Eventually that illusion, that nightmare, is just your mind. There is no nightmare. It's just your mental perception of it. Sometimes we make words a big deal. We make illusions a big deal. But the master will, if you're serious about serving humanity, is he looking for students? Of course, but many people can't. The initiation phase of being a student to any real master is you gotta show up and do the dirty work. Sweep the floor, tie the red string on the water bottle, wipe the dust. After about a year, oh, you're still here? Then, when the training begins, you don't even know it's beginning. You just think, golly, I'm getting grilled a lot recently. You know what I mean? Like, wow, I'm getting grilled a lot recently. I thought it's supposed to be peaceful here. And then out of nowhere, but then as you show up anyways, even though you're getting roasted, you just keep showing it. But before the master mentors you, he shows you a lot of love. He connects with you. Before you can treat a boy like a man, you have to show them the boy love. Get a moderator and blah. I don't see no haters. Maybe I'm just not paying attention to the haters enough. Thank you, Sammy. Yeah, where's the haters? Can someone practice guru devotion the same? Like, there's always been light workers, bodhisattvas, and Buddhas on the planet. If you want to find them, you have to practice knowing that, being open that these kind of mentors exist. I didn't know a holy master exists in Houston, Texas at all. I just was like, okay, universe, I don't know. And I think I need somebody to help me. Boom. Now, I didn't know the journey would be like 6 years. 6 years training. Right? I just was like, I thought it was going to be like, honestly, I planned for 7 years because I just knew that the training is not supposed to be easy and that I need to take about 6 to 7 years to be willing to be trained. Because I'm crazy like that. If you're too normal and you don't have that type of time, then you don't truly want to be mentored. For real. I knew that the moment I was getting mentored, it would be about 6 to 7 years, but I didn't think it would be like exactly that time. Right? I just thought after 3 years, but then I felt after about 6 years, you feel complete. But I know I have to do my own training, which is here with you. Because the real training is outside the temple. Yeah. We can be stubborn with mentoring. Oh. Swag. Yes, I'm aware. But when you train to be a light worker, it's not supposed to be easy, right? It's very difficult. Sometimes they call you fake guru. But it's not about the title, it's about helping people effectively. That's what I learned. It's less about the title. Now the name matters because the first impression, oh, he's here to teach something. Okay, great, you got the message. But now actually helping people get the message across. You are love, you are enough. We are love, we are enough. We are enough now. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I moved the laptop out. I moved the computer out the room. Yeah, that's why I always say be result-driven community, because some people think their third eye is open, right? But their life's still the same. Their ego just decide, I can see things. Congratulations. Okay, now what? You see stuff. Okay, where's the work that you have done effectively on the planet? Now, right? Because sometimes you see things, but you're not happy. You just see Archangel Michael. Okay, now what? Go and help people, damn it. Help people effectively. Some people go out and teach them about, right, many esoteric metaphysical things that are more airy and ungrounded. And they forget to just be grateful that they woke up today. but they're busy looking for star people right now. Some people are more invested in certain things that don't make them happy. Some people are really up to date with the news, but not up to date with their happiness. And then they come to this community, and then they release all the news they know, but they don't release happiness. Oh, thank you for the news update. Right, some people come to release, I have spiritual knowledge. You know stuff, great. Everybody knows stuff. How do you help people when you have no one to talk to? There's a ton of people to talk to. But sometimes we don't talk to others because we don't even learn to listen to ourselves first. Sometimes all we try to do, we talk too much, and it's hard to connect with people because we don't even learn to connect with ourselves. The dialogue with ourselves sometimes is talking at ourselves, but we don't learn to sit there and listen. It's hard to talk to people when we don't know how to listen deeply to ourselves because we do too much dialogue that's talking at ourselves. Which I used to be that way. So you said I have no one in my life to talk to. There's billions of people on planet Earth. Freaking, you can go to Alaska in the middle of nowhere and somebody will be there. There's somebody out here? What the? For real. There's people everywhere. But why? Sometimes to connect with them, we have to learn how to engage with people, learn some social skill. Sometimes our energy is too airy. I had to learn how to socialize to people. When you talk to somebody, you're not like staring at their eyes too long. It's uncomfortable, so you want to look sometimes and look away. Learn to socialize. Learn to articulate clearly. Learn how to relate to people. Because if you don't if you want to help people but you can't connect with them, how the hell are you going to help anybody? So you got to learn that skill, how to socialize, how to engage, right? I didn't just learn how to talk to the camera. I had to visualize talking to imaginary groups of people through meditation. Welcome, brothers and sisters. My name is Brother Taout in the Mystic Village. Right, so before I learned to talk articulately, I had to pretend to talk to an audience in meditation using visualization meditation. I just visualized guiding meditation to 0 people because I believe in my dream so much that I visualize breathing in, be aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, be aware that you're breathing out, and relax your body. And saying to ourselves, I allow myself to relax. I give myself permission to be open to love. So I learned all this by learning how to learn. The life visioning process from Michael Beckwith. Learning how to manifest, how to practically manifest, not to just think, but no action. $1 million, 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 $1 million. Shrim Brazil, give me more money. Shrim. Not like that. Not like that. But sometimes that's where people start. Instead of pray for wisdom, we just pray for material. We can get the material and lose it instantly because no wisdom. And as long as you see, the wisdom teaches you, pay attention to life. Everything is a teaching. When you're broke all the time, there's a lesson there. Why? Why am I always broke? Why am I always lonely? There's a reason. It's just not accident. Right? There's no accident. Why do you always get in a relationship that leads to major heartbreak? You have to see the pattern in life. Why do I keep choosing disharmonious relationship? Or we can just blame. It's because she's just the wrong one, or he's just the wrong one. I keep getting the bad guy. But sometimes it's you. You don't want to see your pattern. So the wisdom helps you to realize no one can be responsible for your life other than you. You can blame all day, but your life's not going to change. You have to change your attitude, your mentality, your disciplines, your habits. It's yes, it's karma because the solution to the negative karma is wisdom. With wisdom, you're not going to walk down the same karmic road. You're going to cut the karmic strings and create good karma, also known as merits, good deeds that fill your spiritual bank account. So eventually, you stop settling for looking for relationships that are surface level and more about the outside and about the money, and it becomes more about it's more about your growth. It's more about growing. It's about wisdom. It's about harmony. But sometimes we have parents who teach us to lie, manipulate, and use people, and so the children just becomes an advanced version of their parents. Good looks can get you very far, and still you would not be fulfilled, because if you only depend on your outside, eventually 3 things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. It's true, good looks can get you so far, but you may still be miserable even if you get far, just using your external values because of the lack of our internal wisdom. And with knowledge, with mentors and teachers, we find that we are priceless. But to stay humble, sometimes we say we're priceless, but it's more of I'm one, right? Are you a 10? You're more of a 10 in your mind, but in your heart, maybe a 3. Everybody says I'm a 10. It's more egoic. So it's more about learn to be happy, independent, inner beauty. Diamonds last forever. Inside your diamond, on your spiritual reality, your diamond. The human experience, you're gonna get wrinkles. You get older, but the spirit has no beginning or the end. But you already know. This is old news. We only talk this deep in the morning because the practitioners, this is right? Because when you resonate with what we're doing, you're going to show up in the morning and the evening. Not all the time, of course, you know. Thank you. Shout out to the dope sweater, the checker box. Yeah, it's morning here. I would say afternoon. Yeah, because I've recently been streaming till 3 and doing a lot more healing work. And even with TikTok a lot more slow, it's still popping, you know. I'm still doing my best to connect. And so the most recent cultivation is I've been playing the flute more actively in front of the camera like this. So that's kind of been the new flow. Not everything's working right now. Because I moved, it's a lot more quiet too. I moved the computer outside the room. The heating in the house not working right now, so I had to use my sweater heater. Sweater heater. But luckily my father is an AC technician, but he's in Thailand. You know, I grew up being the son of a handyman, so I grew up just being the flashlight boy, you know. I didn't know it was meditation the whole time. Like, dang, the universe had me hold flashlight for a long time in my life. I didn't know I would be holding the light like that. I'm just holding the light for my father so he can fix parts, you know. He'd be like in the attic fixing people AC. Now he's got bougie lights, just like lights all over the place. Now we're doing a spiritual light. Like, oh. Yeah. Yeah. Life always teaches you patience, I believe. It's just not a lesson we want. You know what I mean? Imagine life teaching you patience. When do you ever? I would like to be taught patience right now, universe. And the moment you ask for patience, when the lesson comes, you forget you asked for it too. Universe, teach me more patience. Instantly flat tire. Like, no, why do I have a flat tire? And if you forget, or sometimes you ask for patience, but secretly you feel lonely. Well, your partner is coming when you learn to love yourself first. Because the patience leads you to self-love, and self-love leads to harmonious companionship if you genuinely love you. And if the companionship is not harmonious, it teaches you how to cultivate better relationships. Are you Mahayana? I'm original. That's the truth. I was raised in Theravada, learned about Mahayana, practiced Vajrayana, but at the end, there is no vehicle. Like, who labeled what the Buddha taught as Theravada? That the Buddha says, I am teaching Theravada. Yeah, the master, he started in Theravada, is a Mahayana monk, but tells us he practices Vajrayanas. And he basically taught me the same, like that style. It's called original Buddhism. It's called formless. All the forms are non-forms and no non-forms, which is what? the Diamond Sutra. But the practice that's effective, Vajrayana, they're really good at being effective, and that's why. But he doesn't talk like that to everybody. Not everybody wants to hear all that, but I definitely did. Because I was studying him like a hawk. I was just like, why does he say that? Because I'm like, everything he says, I'm always contemplating, like, why does he say that? Why does he say he practiced more Tibetan style, but he's Mahayana? So I'm always like deeply contemplating everything because I know he's mentoring, but I didn't know it would be like. So now that's why what we do in here, the healing style is more Tibetan, right? Essentially, the main carrying bodhisattvas is the medicine Buddha, right? Medicine Buddha, which is a healing style. Happy Buddha is not a real Buddha, but what is real and what's not real? Because humor and laughter helps people to digest the Dharma a lot easier. But at the end of the day, they're just an archetype of what's possible, and anything is possible. You just have to see what archetype matches you and your life. But all these archetypes is just like the rainbow spectrum. At the end of the day, it's all one energy. But this is old news. It's just some people ask, yeah, that's what we do here. One love. But it's about also being effective with that love. Sometimes we feel one love, but we're not doing a good time. We're not doing a great job at teaching, helping people connect to it. We just speak a lot of philosophy, but nobody can digest it. That's why we have to be effective, also known as result-driven spirituality, result-driven life. Sometimes people know a lot of philosophy, but they have weak results, which is why, monks and nuns and practitioners are known as spirit scientists, because they're result driven, but with spirituality. Yeah, in science, it's like there's a proof, right? But when in spirituality, there is proof through practice. This is old news. Okay. I don't think I need to tell y'all that, but some people need to hear it. Welcome, Yoder, Rune 505, Trinity, Jennifer's here, Cosmic Surf Pro, Sister Kata here. Happy New Lunar Year. Welcome, Empress Sally. We got Joe Mami. Kisik is here. Earlier on my spiritual path, I definitely came across a lot of Zen. There's many people who know Zen, and then they try to push their views onto you using passive aggressiveness. And people do that a lot, actually. Passive aggressiveness towards spiritual philosophy. It's like when you have to force something. Thank you, Yoder. Welcome, Myra and Juan. We are one. Yeah. For sure. Again, morning time is the time to engage and talk, because nighttime, no more. Well, we don't go this deep nighttime. So get it out of your... Because nighttime we get into such a deep meditation and people go... They want to ask really deep questions because the meditation is so good and they realize this is not a good time right now. Do you know and study Buddha? Sangha? Not really. Honestly, I don't study Buddhism like that. I study more of the energy. I just adapt what works. The Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, and mantras, and using mantras to help pierce the ego. The most recent mantra that I've been using is Thank you. How do I choose which singing bowl? It depends on what's going on in the community. That's all. It's more about according to how the community feels, the universe will tell you what do people need by helping you feel your body. Where's the energy needed? Yeah. Sometimes they need throat chanting. Sometimes they need... And of course, as I warm my voice up, then we can hit the A sharp. And right now, I basically got to A sharp. If I just keep practicing, So, the way I operate here is yin and yang, fire and water. I find myself not enjoying my present and feeling guilty for doing silly things. Sometimes you have to do both. You can be cleaning while listening to something you're studying with. You have to make your life work. Right, we're teaching, but we're also doing music at the same time, as you can see. To make life work, you have to find a way to be dynamic and harmonize. Sometimes the mind wants things to be rigid because the mind loves that control. But maybe you need something that's more complex. Why do you seem sad? Maybe it's not me. I feel peaceful. But the main part is that I'm not always giddy, you know. Sometimes I can be calm. It's just, I am. Because sometimes when you're peaceful and calm, it looks like you're not enjoying your life, but you're just quietly content, you know. Because I'm not an entertainer. I'm just here to be myself. Hi guys, welcome. Welcome K2, Art, Aaron, welcome to the Mystic Village. My name is Brother Tanet. You know what I mean? I'm not here to be like that. I'm here. That's why I tell you, it's more of a community leadership than being like, I'm not here to market anything. Hi, welcome. I'm your brother Tanet here of the Mystic Village, and today we're gonna there's some days I'm just more quiet. Like honestly, I'm more of an introvert by nature. I only talk because it makes my life work. Like imagine wanting to help people, but you don't even talk to people. So I had to learn how to engage with people, right? You have to learn how to be articulate, how to relate to people. Yeah. And if I'm sad, I'll just say, yeah, I'm sad because, but usually I'm not sad because I'm grateful. No matter how bad life gets, you can always count your blessings because life's not supposed to be like great all the time, but you can also always be grateful no matter what life gives you. I learned that earlier on, you know. It's just like anything. Life's not always on the uptrend. Stock market's not always uptrend. Sometimes you're downtrend, and when you let the external control your internal, then you become a roller coaster kind of life. But when you live a centered life, if the stock market is down, you still believe in your discipline. When the stock market up, when life is up, you still stay centered with your discipline. Right? When Bitcoin goes down, people, oh shoot, sell. XRP, whatever, right? It's all good. It says, I was testing your reply. People do that. They want to test. This is a fake guru. But the thing is, it's not that people test you. It's people question you, and all they do is teach you more about who you really are. And when you have no shame in who you are, just speak your heart. But when you do have shame, right? But of course, our boundary here is we don't talk about politics. That's the only thing. We talk about whatever, just not politics. Because why? That kind of talk, it ruins a lot of things. We respect it. It's just sometimes it comes to no end. And so I learned how to just leave it at the door here completely. Yeah. And that might turn some people off, but guess what? We're grounded here. peaceful here for a reason. So so talk about singing bowls. I guess we're going to do a little singing bowl class today. Free of charge, but you don't get a certificate, okay? You don't get you don't get a certificate for today's class, okay? There's no link in the bio. I don't offer class, but if you happen to be here today, ta-da! You're welcome to go pay $2,000 for somebody's sound healing teaching. So, yin and yang. Okay. This is yang. Yang, bright. Yang, bright. Cuts the ego. But you don't want to do it too much because it could annoy people. But annoying people a little bit is good because it annoys the ego. What do you think this is? It depends on how you play it. That's yang. But if you want this to be more yin, the mic's too close here. You have to play a little softer and warm. Right? That's more yin. Yang. What about this? Yin. But if you yin yang. You can make the bass yang too. You just have to whack it. Or maybe some people will prefer invite. So you have to learn inviting is more yin. Right? Sometimes inviting, people are still in their damn heads. But when you see the difference? You have to learn how to use the energy. You don't want to just be attached, unless you're just doing meditation, right? But when you're doing sound healing, it's a different story. Imagine doing sound healing and not being effective. And then what do they say? Link in the bio. You just have to see what people need. And the way you see what people need is you have a community where people trust you. Welcome in Kalola, Aaron, Jonathan. When people trust you, they open up about how they feel. It's hard to help heal people if they don't even trust you. But because I show up consistently, the best that I can. Today I was not on Insight Timer earlier. Right? You don't have to be perfect. You do the best that you can, and people know you're doing the best you can. And when people trust you, they open up about what's going on in their life. Did their cat pass away? Did they just got laid off? They just got broken up? When they trust you, then you see how they feel. And then all that feeling, it goes into this thing called a mandala. It's always spinning, which is the moment. And now in that mandala, you see the truth. Sadness, happiness, all of it. And if in that mandala, there's a lot of sadness, it clears it. And when people are clear, then you can raise the vibration. If you try to raise the vibration when the energy is not clear, you can be raising a bunch of noisiness and negativity. So that's why you have to make sure you ground the energy first before you rise it. That's essentially kind of what we just did. How do you clear it? You get the community to practice together. Imagine when we're breathing together, it's like over 200 people right now deciding to breathe together. Because we're in sync, right? When we all breathe together, it's not just you. So there's like 200, 300 people breathing together, right? And so when you trust the community, when you trust the teacher, because when I breathe, I'm aware that many people breathe together. So when we all do it together, we sync our energy just through our breathing because we have faith, because we're connecting to the one love that's within us. This is like a device. It connects us all. So when we We're on the same channel. So after you do that up for about 10 minutes, we're on the same wavelength. I have to go to the temple today for Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year with my wife soon. Oh God. Let me respond to this. Excuse me. Yeah, because there's chanting today. Year of the Snake. If someone you know is not good for you and gives you food, do you eat it? If someone you know is not good for you, well, if you know you don't like their energy and you eat the food, it depends. Because it depends on you. If your mind believes that people can poison your food through their energy, then it becomes true. Because you already believe that, right? If you believe in that concept, the negative energy in food, right? But of course, you can tell. If it's a party and people are eating, right? It's natural. But if they come to your front door and they have bad energy and they give you food, no one knows if you didn't eat it. Right? So if you believe that people can poison your food with negative energy, then it becomes true. What about someone with bad energy gives the Buddha food, gives Jesus food? I won't eat your food because your energy bad. Imagine that. Because when you hang out with your Buddha nature, your Christ consciousness, you're hanging out with your purity. So only you can know, is this appropriate or not? Right? It's about karma at the end of the day too. Right? If you don't resonate with the food, you don't have to eat it. If you feel that whatever is going to be put into your body is negative, then don't put it in. But you just have to do it in a way that's harmonious. Instead of be like, you bring me poison? Hell no. Like just kind of, right? You have to learn. You have to learn how to keep things humble. You don't want to cause more trouble by offending them in their face. You know what I mean? So you have to learn how to stay under the radar. That's why I try my best to not offend people with truth that may hurt spiritual ego, but sometimes you just can't. Add some black pepper. That's why there's cats and dogs. They just eat food. Is this bad energy food? You know what I mean? Because if you don't know, then there's no negative energy with it. But the negative energy, the negativity, it comes from your perception. Well, in our human experience, there is positive and negative because the mind has yin and yang. Cats and dogs are not, is that good energy or bad energy? They eat it. But human beings, we're like, is that right? So it's a different perception of it. Yeah. So that's why when the master at the temple gives you food, you eat it. You don't even question it. And sometimes when you're being trained by the master, he gives you a chili pepper. Here. And you're like, eat it? Yeah, it's good. Try it. And when the master suggests you eat something, there's no like no. I mean, you could say no, but because it's more about you have a body, but you're not the body. It's hard to train you when you're attached to your tongue because the spiciness will come and go. But that spiciness could destroy your ego when you just eat it. And the master will eat it with you sometimes. Like when I was at the temple and we had soup, the master passed a bag of like Thai chili around, just like, we're doing this right now. So we would just sit there and just be hot together, like spicy together, you know. And then he would just start laughing at everybody together. Sometimes he eats the spiciness too, sometimes he doesn't. But it's still laughter. You have the body, you have a tongue, but that's not you. Well, here's your test. That's the more gentle. Excuse me. Yeah, whenever you hang out with the Holy Master for years, you learn so much about how to be effective. He taught me a lot about how even sometimes when you become a monk, you can become attached to all these rules, but you're not effective with the way you live your life. You just follow a bunch of rules, but you're not effective at helping humanity. A lot of people follow a bunch of religious rules and not even effective at helping their children. This is why if your spiritual or your religious practice is not authentic and genuine, people won't take you seriously. You just annoy your family. So in the beginning, I annoyed my family a lot because I didn't know how to be authentic. Because being authentic and being genuine, it requires time to cultivate. Right? You gotta have wisdom, gratitude, humility, integrity, patience, consistency. Right? Thank you. If you're inspired by this, you can definitely do the same thing or even better. You know? Thank you, Ashley. a lot of things that I do, the universe just shows me. The originality, it comes from you cultivating, right? You have so much faith, and it just... Because I also haven't seen people do the frequency meter. I'm like, dude, that's a great idea, universe. When you become a good servant, things naturally come to you. That's why sometimes I don't sleep, because I sleep well, but like sometimes I'm constantly just an open channel. So the universe says, oh, why don't you change the lighting? Like, oh, why don't you add more lighting? I'm like, that's a great idea. Right? Oh, why don't you put the bowl up more? Oh, that's a great idea. I don't know where it comes from, but creativity is the universal expression. It's just infinite creativity when you get out of the way. Welcoming Hazel, Michelle. I just learned to get out of the way. Like somebody asked me, who taught you how to play the flute? God. I was like, man, here's the thing. I pick up a flute and it sounds terrible. When it sounds terrible, I just want it to sound good. And when it sounds good, I just go, it could be better. Well, let's move from goodness to greatness. Ooh, that sounds great. Wow, it sounds great now. Well, what happens when you don't just settle for greatness? Well, it gets amazing. The flute sounds amazing now. And if you don't settle for right, and what happens if you don't settle for amazing? It keeps getting better and 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 better. And that's what I learned from the master. Thank you for the blessings, by the way. Thank you so much. Kalola, we back. Imagine you don't just settle for where you're at. You keep improving. That's how this stream got here. We just keep improving infinitely. But you'll only want to do that if you truly believe in it. When it's your dream, you're going to keep wanting to improve it. When you don't love it, you're not going to want to, because it's tiring, right? To keep improving all the time. It's not tiring when you're serving humanity and you love to serve. Maybe you love to serve animals and cats and dogs. You'll never get tired. Even if you're tired, you'll keep going because you love helping animals. And imagine that could be your life. So that's kind of how I'm designing my life right now. Is it easy? Of course not. Nothing's easy. And if it is easy, it won't be fulfilling because the reward is a lot lower when it's too easy for you. That's why I don't just only do this. The wisdom is difficult because you have to deliver it in a way that people resonate with an architect and is able to receive it. The sound healing, that's the easy part. The hard part is teaching. You can buy a crystal ball right now, $300. But the hard part is helping people shift their mentality and their paradigm. Then they become the instrument. You become the instrument. You become the singing bowl. So the singing bowl plays you now. The flute plays you. The universe uses you as an instrument. And that is beautiful. That's the light worker activating. Michelle says, I think you are an amazing person and healer. I'm here every day because you are who you are. Everybody can do that in your own way, right? I love the sound healing and the conversation. My anxiety level goes down every time. Thank you, Michelle. Welcoming Sister Megan. So many practitioners in here. And when I first started streaming, all I did was mostly ASMR and sound healing. But then I started realizing people were having depression and like self-deletion thoughts, and the universe says, you can do more. But if I do more, then people will leave. Because, when all you do is, when your brand is just ASMR and welcome to Silva, welcome back. The moment you start teaching people how to improve their life, most people, wait, why are you not just doing music today? Why are you all of a sudden talking? So imagine streaming for about a year and a half, and then you start to follow your dreams. And most of your following leaves you because you start talking on stream. Most of the people just didn't want me to talk. But the talking, it helps people figure out like peace and happiness. Yeah. And so I was willing to lose most of my following at that time, because I gotta follow my dreams and not just be people pleaser. You know what I mean? Yeah. At one point, I was so bored because I was getting people to fall asleep pretty much instantly. Instant. Like, right? Welcome, Grace, Cora, Jules to the Mystic Village. But at that time, I didn't even use. I was just singing ASMR. But the downside of using that style is I can't switch between that style of singing and talking because it's such a raspy style. I have to fry my voice. Right? It's a frying style. I'm basically singing a vocal fry in a falsetto all the time. Which again, the universe shows you how to do that. I didn't know how to do that. And so I'm raspy my voice and make it. But you have to warm up your voice. And now when it's warm, you can fry the voice, raspy it up a lot easier. And that's what gets like the details in your voice. Okay, we'll do one. Dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up with clouds are far behind me. Where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top is where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, why can will I see trees of green and I see red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Something like that. And then I would find different songs, right? And then I could whistle in that style. The universe shows you everything that you need to get to where you need to go for your purpose. You just have to have faith. And then eventually I started seeing more. When you were here before, could look you in the eyes, just like an angel. Skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. I so effing special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. Yeah, eventually you find different songs. When she's gone, So if I sing that high, if I switch octaves, I have to warm myself to the high pitch again because it's so much falsetto, I guess. That if I start speaking, no, so I have to keep speaking in this tone that keeps my voice raspy the whole time. So this is when I learned how to speak like a voice over naturally, because I needed to speak in a way that's relaxing without whispering it, because I thought whispering was unoriginal. Because everybody's already doing it, so I learned to speak in a more gentle tone. And it teaches you all these songs. We are the... And you know who the real teacher is the crystal balls. When you use crystal balls, you know it's... Because I used to play crystal balls live on the stream, and I would just tone my voice to the crystal balls, and you can too. It's just really difficult. Yeah, yeah. But you have time, right? Welcome, Tatiana, Kim. We got time. So that's why when you see me use any instrument, I just copy the instrument. The ancestors already passed down the knowledge. You just gotta try. The crystal balls can unlock the angelic register if you just try. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometimes, I want to spend some time with you. Just the universe. We can meditate tonight with the universe. You and I. Yeah, whenever you have the willingness to serve, your gifts they get unlocked. I don't use all these tools as much anymore because it's not. The universe doesn't need me to do this as much. It needs me to do this and this. You have to give your all. When you give all, you get all. Right? Okay, so many people have been asking me about the frequency meter. So just gonna go ahead and tell you. Give them all the super secret cultivation. Which is not, it's called Everywhere Tuner, okay? Let me just copy and paste so it doesn't ruin them. Copy, paste. Okay, so This is the tuner. Okay. Om Mani Om Mani and that's it. So I just crop a corner, the bottom left corner. But remember, every sound that you put in, it depends on, you can control what microphone input you put that into. So I just use the bottom left corner because that's way too much noise and information for people. Yeah, Everywhere tuner. Not sponsored, but I just thought this was the most professional looking one that I could crop. Okay, you see the bottom left corner? I could crop that and make it look more professional. And that's what we have now, just the bottom left corner. The other apps didn't look as professional. And now you had to use OBS, which is the computer, to create an overlay, which is a window capture. So I have it open, right? It's a window capture. So if I get closer, so the different technique. If you close the throat more, and essentially I just found that voice because I wanted to sing lower, and naturally just like, we are the guardians of planet Earth, protectors of the waterland. I actually wasn't trying to throat sing. I was just I'm trying to make this song sounds a bit more earthy and tribal and shamanic. Be the change, meditate. And then it sounds, we are the guardians of planet Earth. And I was like, what is this with my voice? There's something interesting here, but not really sure what it is. And I started, umani, 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 umani. And so to expand that, you have to grumble a bit more. So find your favorite mantra and just go. When you're comfortable in a certain octave, then eventually you'll unlock the next. Now, the reason I'm like at B right now is because I don't need to go lower. My mind thinks it's cool to go lower, but it's not really useful because too much throat singing is scary for people. Let's be real. Like people who don't know what throat singing or throat chanting is, it's a lot, you know. So you have to learn to make it more musical. So that's a different style. That's more singing, like the throat singing. Diyada begandi begandi ma begandi raja zambuga dezo 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 diyada This is my day job. Somebody said, get a real day job. Like, sounds like my parents. What is a real job? It's why you're here right now. This is my dream job. It's hard to conceptualize how can this be somebody's job. Yes, all difficult. It's like when it's your dream, it's supposed to be like, how the heck? Yeah. So yeah, I use the app as you see, Everywhere Tuner. There's many other apps too. Are those mantras? Yes, they're all mantras. You could use anything. You could use any word. You can say, do you love your damn self? Love your damn self. Say, money, but me won't get out of your head. We are the gods of planet Earth. 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 Welcome, hi, my name is Dory. Red Mama Yeti Shikidu. The Mimo Jimmy is here. So you could do it anything. So that's why I love just picking up the drum and just, we are the guardians of planet Earth, protectors of the waterland and above. We are the angels of planet Earth, be the change, meditate and spreading love. Not even me, not even me, not even me. And I can make it more, I can loop everything, right? Ooh. That's when I would play the flute, right? Okay, just a little bit, just a little bit. Gonna get... It just kind of comes out sometimes, I don't even think about it. It just kind of, it's more feeling than thinking. I have to go to the temple soon. I got people texting me and stuff. Because why? Chinese New Year is here. Lunar New Year is here. I got a 3:30 p.m. meditation tomorrow. Maybe. With my friends. We've been meditating for over 10 years. You can say it's like committed. It's good to have a group of friends who are committed to meditation and cultivation. Because sometimes they're so, you help people stay on track with peace. Yeah. So grateful for having committed practitioner friends. Sometimes they don't even meditate. Only with you they meditate. So that's better than, but they're leaders in their field, Thank you, Huma. Thank you. Some people believe that all action must be an exchange. They can be miserable because of all their value. Let's see here. All of their life and all of their action, they are always chasing after the greatest exchange. Their life experience highs and lows, ups and downs, excitement and boring. Maybe one day you will learn to exchange with themselves, stop worrying with themselves, find peace, and practice love. Love your damn self, yeah. That's why I'm grateful I could get this far. Like everything that I'm doing is, donation based. Other than Sister Jill selling the t-shirts. And that's still community, it's from the heart. That's why I'm so grateful. That's why we even have that offering. And the shirts look great, so kind of Mystic Village. And all because you just decided to want to teach people how to be peaceful. So imagine I can't get off track. There's too much commitment. I mean, I could get off track, but I just get on really quickly because I sign up for a life of leadership. And if you get off track for longer than 2 days or a day, like, dude, you gotta get back on that. If you're in your head, you gotta practice what you preach. That's it. Because the teaching, the practice is what helps you live a peaceful life. It's that simple, but it's difficult because it's so simple to just observe. Just observe. Like, what do you mean observe? I'm pissed off right now. You know what I mean? Like, or your mind may be pouty sometimes. Or just have more faith in love. I know my mind sometimes, our minds can be pouty sometimes, but that's not us. You have the mind. Use the mind. It's okay to be pouty. Nothing wrong with a little poutiness, but too much poutiness, watch out, man. Because if you're too much pouty and you don't tame it, it can get wild in the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Oh. Welcome, Bilbo. We got Virgil in the Mystic Village, man. I need a little kalimba in my life. I haven't played the microcosm in a while because the studio's not complete yet. I got some stuff coming. I didn't really upgrade anything, by the way. Somebody said, yeah, We didn't upgrade anything. It's just I just moved things around. Just move things around. Kalimba. And then I think I'm gonna end the stream soon because I gotta get ready for Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. Because it's not just the Chinese people practicing it. But if you say Chinese New Year all the time, it's all good. I don't mind. Some people get, some people do mind, especially Vietnamese people. That happens to be my wife. you know. And they definitely celebrate the Lunar New Year. And so yeah, generally this is the new setup. I just put this here. I put the controls on here. See, I can control the mixer. Everything is a bit more. It's like a spaceship at this point. Love your damn self. Reduce the ego. Reduce it. Breathe. Sometimes it feels like a spaceship. I mean, look at that. Beep, boop, beep. My Star Trek Voyager kit. Right. The cosmos. Do the best that you can. The cosmos is within. Now we gotta do a cosmos now. All right, get ready. The cosmos. Wait. The cosmos is within you. I think that's enough for today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that little music flow, whatever that was. Sound healing from the heart. Original sound healing. Ooh. Thank you, Understanding Coach. Michelle, thank you, Crayon. Crazy Con. Since you know a lot, can you give your male perspective on a hetero relationship? I have a hard time wrapping my head around how I should approach it. You want a relationship, you have to learn to love yourself first. You have to value yourself and be humble. Sometimes you value yourself and, okay, thank you, Soundbath, and it becomes very arrogant. You want to be humble and loving. Relationships I learned from the master too. It's about sacrifice. When you get into a relationship, you lose a part of you. Imagine it's hard to deal with yourself and now you sign up to be with somebody. So don't expect things to be. Some people marry to get into they think they get something, but you don't. You lose a lot. But you gain a lot of wisdom and lessons with each other. If you don't have that approach to your own life, and you find relationship is heartbreak almost every time because you got no wisdom. But when you do have wisdom, you grow a lot faster because you have to deal with other people's karma and baggage, which it humbles you. So in life, the more you become wise and the more humble, you're a lot happier. That's why as people get older, you can become wiser or not always, right? Not always. But if you're old and wise, you get respected. If you're old and not wise, then sometimes you live with a lot of pain and suffering because with wisdom, you let go of pain and suffering. With lack of wisdom, you still hold on to the pain. And you end up not living as long because why would you live as long if your life's miserable? And if you do, it's a suffering life that you live long. It's almost like, I don't even want to be here. I just stay alive. Because I know somebody going through that right now. Unhappy yet still alive. And so that's why we help each other. So if you're when you love yourself, you naturally find your partner. But it's about not being thirsty for love. It's about realizing you are love. When you don't settle for surface level hanky-panky, you become more mature and you find mature love. But if you find love that's more surface level and more about what you get, think about maybe when you get into a relationship, you lose. But you gain wisdom, you gain lessons. If you don't want to gain lessons and you don't want that, you don't want to be in one because a lot of it, what makes the relationship is not the good days. It's the negative days, the bad days that doesn't work out well and you still find a way to work things out. Right? In the beginning, the honeymoon phase is like, it could be up to 4 years honeymoon season. 3, sometimes this honeymoon phase is just 1 or 2 years, but it could be up to 4 years. After that, you have to deal with them. And if you don't have wisdom to deal with each other, and you make a baby and you don't have wisdom, now the children's going to be just like you, lack of wisdom. But if you have wisdom and you have humility, you have patience, then your children will also have that. Because babying yourself is difficult. Imagine babying yourself and children and your husband or wife. Now you got 3 babies. Yourself, you have to learn to nurture yourself because nobody else is going to do that for you. And if you expect them to and they're not there, you get pissed off. All right. Now you have to be a comfort your wife or husband and your children. Now you got a lot to deal with and you don't even have anything in your cup unless you learn to love yourself first. And it's not arrogance. Right? It's almost to practice altruism, to practice selflessness. You have to learn to be complete in happiness with yourself first. Imagine trying to be selfless, but you haven't even fulfilled your own heart or fulfill yourself yet, trying to make others happy. So that's the issue nowadays. Imagine you're not even happy and then you go look for somebody to be happy with. It leads to divorce or it leads to a miserable, but not always. Not always. But you have to have good communication with yourself first and then others. You have to learn, because if you don't have wisdom, you're going to pick the wrong one all the time. Because she's cute or he's cute or because of their status or something more outside. But you skip the values, okay? Three Ohms. Thank you, dear Miss Sammy, Chiki, Reina. Tatiana, Nida, Madia. Thank you, Huma, for your sub, your deep comments. He been deep recently. Okay, yeah. Get it, bro. I wish I'm not going to nap. Thank you, Tremizan, and I'm going to the temple. I think I'm just gonna go like this, cause swag, But this is not, swag, I mean, swag. But everyone's gonna be wearing red, yellow, green, or orange, because that's like traditional. Right? I go with the checkered. Can you do some healing for it? I'm leaving, Laura. But there's many sound healers, I think, online too. You're welcome to check them out. They're everywhere. YouTube, there's sound healers. Yes, it's not me, that's fine. There's YouTube and Spotify. I got YouTube, and there's other music on Insight Timer. Once I get everything running again, because this is not working right now. My mouse doesn't work properly because I'm getting something to adjust all these things. But when everything is dialed in, then we're gonna make more recordings. It's just right now, I'm growing you could say my stream. I'm cultivating the streamline process. Do you ever had an outer body experience? Yeah, only in my mind. But I live more in the present, so I'm always here. Most of the time. The only time you're outer body is when you're not present. And oftentimes it's in your dream state. Or when you meditate and you close your eyes completely and you start la-la landing because your body's releasing too much melatonin while you're meditating. That's why we keep our eyes slightly open. So that we don't release too much melatonin, making our mind in dream state while meditating. Good day. Feliz Año Chino. Chúc mừng năm mới. Chị Lý Hoa Lê. Oh wait, that's the H-Town version. Feliz Año Chino. you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be on tonight. I'll be on tonight.